I'd hate to have to spoil the carpet. You went to a lot of trouble getting in here. What's your hurry to leave? We'll just wait till Mr. Vartova returns. Though I have a feeling he's going to be disappointed in his favorite boy, Joey. Get back there, Finelli.
Well, with all the commotion around here about Barbara Wilde, you must be tired.
Exhausted. This is the first break I've had all day. Between the cards, flowers, and singing telegrams, I'm about ready to check into a room myself.
I bet the other patients must be enjoying it, though.
You don't know how many I've had to stop from peeking into her room. Even one of the doctors came by for an autograph.
Uh-huh. I heard she got a 4-foot get-well card.
From her friends at the Proud and the Passionate.
Oh, are they with her now?
Oh, fortunately, the doctors have said no more visitors.
Oh, well, of course, that doesn't include family. I'm sorry we haven't met. I'm Barbara's sister, Doris.
In today's episode, the role of Barbara Wilde will be played by Delphi Harrington.
There is so much drama inside this hospital. It's hard to keep it covered up. Night Shift, the SoapNet original series, premieres Thursday, July 12th at 11 p.m. on SoapNet.
This July, SoapNet is fired up. The dispute around Sammy's pregnancy heats up.
Those whack job Demirs tried to kill you.
How will she make peace?
She's turning you into a lovesick puppy.
JR has brought on his father's ruin.
A pure, spineless, self-righteous jackass.
Can the Chandlers reunite and take back the family fortune?
No way in hell.
Star and Cole's relationship is in trouble.
They have this major problem and they still want to be together.
Can their love withstand another storm?
That bitch!
Sparks are flying between Sonny and Kate.
What exactly is it that you're objecting to?
How jealous is Carly?
What are you doing?
Kevin, Adrian, and Colleen team up to take Jana down.
She needs to be in jail. I still have nightmares about her.
Could their scheme lead to disaster?
That's what you get for trying to kill your boyfriend.
She's going down.
The heat is on.
That's what burns you.
Watch Days of Our Lives, All My Children, One Life to Live, General Hospital, and The Young and the Restless. All July long on SoapNet.
There's a whole lot of life connected to your hip bone, so always protect them. Only Oscal is proven to help reduce the risk of hip fractures by 29%. Oscal can make all the difference.
With Pam, food sticks to nothing.
Deal or No Deal is now an online game at King.com. Can you keep the $1 million case in play? At King.com, you can try your skill in the online game that puts you in the center of the action. The banker has an offer. What will you choose? Deal or no deal? Choose wisely, because at King.com, you can play against real people for real cash. The banker is calling you now at King.com. Play for cash is not available in all states. See King.com for details.
When the IRS levied my business and personal accounts, I didn't know where to turn. My CPA recommended American Tax Relief.
Thousands of honest, hardworking Americans have turned to American Tax Relief. Good people, just like you, whose circumstances left them owing taxes they couldn't pay. People like the Clarks, who, due to illness and family emergencies, owed the IRS $30,000.
American Tax Relief got them to accept a fraction of what we owed.
And they let us keep our home.
If you owe over $10,000 to the IRS or state, call American Tax Relief for a free consultation. Find out how they can help you settle for less than you owe.
You wouldn't think of going to court without a lawyer. Why would you deal with the IRS alone?
I thought I was going to lose my business, but American Tax Relief got me a second chance.
Look, the IRS is offering you a one-time opportunity to settle your debt. This is your 1 second chance. Use it well.
Call 1-800-643-0636 for your free consultation. Call 1-800-643-0636 and settle for less.
Fun? This is no way to treat a friend.
You're not my friend. Friends don't run out on each other, especially in the middle of the Egyptian desert.
I didn't run out on you. I told you I had business in New York. I told you where I would be. I didn't anticipate you were running after me with a gun.
We should kill you.
No, you don't. If you'd wanted to kill me, you would have. You're a better shot than I am, and I wouldn't have missed at that range.
Give me another chance.
An apology is more in order.
I'm sorry that my hand was so unsteady.
Yvonne!
What'd you expect? I thought we had a life together and a partnership. You sat by the fire outside the mud hut in Sapkara, and you talked about an expedition next year to Tel El Armana. You know you did.
Yes, I did. And I wish that could happen.
But it won't.
Not now, no.
Are you going to stay in New York?
Mm-hmm.
And what about me?
I hope you will sit, talk to me, feel better about us and yourself, then go back to Luxor and finish our negotiations with Mustafa.
It isn't much of a negotiation. He's a thief. And he hates dealing with a woman.
Point this at him instead of me. You'll get his attention.
I'll get a knife in my back.
Mustafa is a bandit, but he's a connoisseur. He'd never destroy a work of art.
Stop that.
It's the truth.
Don't char me, Harry, please. Just be honest with me, if you can. Why are you in New York? Harry, what's going on?
It's the most sensational event in archaeology in 50 years. And it's certainly the most important thing that's ever happened to me.
What is it?
Now, what's more important to me than anything else?
Married Kara.
Her sister, Doris Wilde. I am so glad my Barbie is receiving such fine medical attention.
That's 4.
I beg your pardon?
4 siblings of Barbara Wilde's. 3 sisters and 1 brother so far today.
But there's only 2 of us. This happens all the time. What people will say just to see her is just...
No visitors.
But
Please, don't waste your time. I know the whole routine by heart. I say no visitors, you say you're a sister. People always say how much the 2 of you look alike, especially around the mouth.
I'd offer you a bribe, but I don't have any money. Would you take trading stamps? How about some gum?
You spend any more time around here, we're gonna put you on the staff.
Roses again.
Oh, this time I was certain they'd be for me.
Only the first 8 dozen. These are for Miss Wilde.
Hi. I thought I asked that Dr. Coleridge be dismissed from this case.
Barbara. Hey, relax.
This hospital, this department, has no right to insist that I retain the services of any specific doctor.
I'm going to do the examination, but since Roger was your physician, I've asked him to be here too, and he's agreed.
That's extremely kind of him.
Come on. Let me give you a hand. That's it. There you go.
Would somebody please answer that?
More flowers.
By the window.
Oh, she can't be disturbed right now. I suggest that you try again in the morning. Mm-hmm.
was that?
I told them to call you again tomorrow.
If someone calls again, would you please ask who it is before you hang up?
Miss Weil, may I remind you that this hospital has already hired an additional operator to take care of your messages? I am a doctor, not your personal secretary.
Let me know if you feel anything.
Nothing.
Any edema?
No. No swelling.
How can that explain the lack of sensation in the legs?
Perhaps I can enlighten you.
Miss Wild, I'm having a very difficult time controlling my temper.
Please do, Dr. Coleridge. Because I have something to say that you're not going to like very much.
Joe, you all right?
Oh, not exactly. Get his gun. Just it. All right, I got it. I found the bank papers and a contact book. Austin, careful. There's no exit wound. Well, it hurts like hell.
Yeah, well, unbutton your shirt. All right, here. Press this against the wound. There's not that much blood yet. All right, come on. Apply as much pressure as you can.
It's not much.
Look, I'm taking you and Nick out of here. I saw Vitov at the Crystal Palace. He's bound to be on his way here by now.
All right, get Nick's body out the side door. I'll stay here and deal with it.
No. You got to see a doctor. You're coming with me.
I left my car out there on the street. You probably saw it. Come on.
You meet me as soon as you can. Roger Coleridge's apartment.
No, nobody can know.
He'll treat you. He won't say a word.
All right, just get out of here.
All right, come on. Brownstone, corner Riverside and Claremont.
Nick? Joey? Where's Nick? How did you get in here?
Everything you need to know, you can learn from One Tree Hill. Like how modern-day Mrs. Robinsons are all work and no play.
Ready or not, here I come.
Sorry!
Timmy!
One Tree Hill, weekdays at 5 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on SoapNet.
You'll never know how much that means to me.
You've never taken my side. Let's cut to the chase. I hate you, you hate me.
This marriage isn't over.
I've made up my mind. You didn't leave me any choice.
You're not giving up any more than I am.
I hate that I have to walk away from the father of my children. I just want to hold him.
Oh, L'Amour. Days of Our Lives. Tonight at 7. Only on SoapNet.
Let the sun shine in. The sun shine in.
Triple Blade Bic Soleil. 3 blades and 4 sunny colors. For smooth, beautiful skin. Bic Soleil. At last, Soleil is available with replacement blades. And a unique extra-wide soothing moisture strip with aloe and shea butter for a flawlessly smooth shave. Bic Soleil with replacement blades. Feel the Soleil.
America's changing shape with Dexatrim Max 2.0. Now in 2 delicious new flavors.
Gives me and my water a boost.
Size 8, here I come. Helps curb cravings. A healthy way to max out your weight loss. Dexatrim Max 2.0. Max out your water.
Working late giving you dry eyes? Introducing Visine Tears Lasting Relief. Its advanced dry eye formula is made to stay on the eye longer for relief that lasts.
Finally.
New Visine Tears Lasting Relief.
When I signed up for Vonage, I was able to keep my phone number, and then when I moved, I was able to take it with me.
Call quality is the utmost. It projects my business. And with Vonage, it's perfect.
Vonage and reliability, that just kind of goes hand in hand.
It's just $24.99 a month for unlimited local and long distance. Call now and get 1 month free, including free calls to the U.S., Canada, Puerto Rico, and Europe.
Call now, 1-800-644-9750.
Attention parents, the FDA warns that the depression medication Paxil may cause serious birth defects of the heart and lungs if taken during pregnancy. If you took Paxil during pregnancy and your baby was born with a serious heart defect or persistent pulmonary hypertension, PPHN, call now for a confidential consultation. Again, if you took Paxil during pregnancy and your baby was born with a heart or lung defect, such as PPHN, call 1-800-688-5680 now. That's 1-800-688-5680.
Barbara, you're tired. Why don't you rest now and we'll talk tomorrow, huh?
Seneca, that's not going to change a word of what I'm about to say. Dr. Coleridge, I'm not enjoying this any more than you. But you must understand what all this means in terms of my career and my future.
I think that I do understand.
As an actress, life in a wheelchair leaves me with no means of support.
Oh, wait, hold on. You are jumping to some very dire conclusions. Another day or two longer, a few more tests, we'll know exactly what your prognosis is.
The prognosis is fairly apparent, and I know what it means in terms of my career. I've talked to my lawyers. We've discussed the matter at great length. I am suing you for malpractice in the amount of $1 million.
Obviously, I can't stop that. But there was nothing wrong with the way that the myelogram was performed.
Then why can't I move my legs?
I'm to catalog the Spencer Smith collection starting immediately. And on his death, the house will become a small, elegant museum of classical civilization. Center will be the Marit Carra collection. And the heart of that will be her mortuary shrine.
Which you won't be able to open until after Mr. Smith's death?
That's right.
Oh, Harry.
The cognac is good. I apologize for the glass.
Merci.
Eh bien. Dis-moi.
I hate this. I know what the offer means to you probably better than anyone.
I know that.
But at the same time, I'm furious. I feel as if you've gone on to wonderful things. International prestige, lifelong curatorship. And I'm left behind in the desert to haggle with Mustafa and Ahmed over the price of an 18th dynasty vase.
That's true. I thought about you a great deal on the flight over. And I came to much the same conclusion. I don't see a solution. Do you want to leave Egypt permanently? I thought not. But what would there be for you here? Besides me, nothing. You're a working archaeologist. You belong in the field. And I won't share Marit Carra with you. I won't share her with anyone.
I know that.
In my opinion, what you should do is return to Luxor. Finish our business there. Keep my percentage from the sale of the vase.
I am not asking for
Keep
money.
Still. I know you're not. Now listen to me. Keep my percentage from the sale and use it to start the preliminary survey at Tel El Amarna. See if you can raise funding on your own. By that time, I should have a much clearer picture of what's happening here. Perhaps I can commission the expedition for the Smith Museum.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
I like that.
So would I. But there's something I must ask of you in return for my share of the vase.
What is it?
Your complete discretion on the subject of the mortuary shrine of Marit Carra.
I know better than to say anything to anyone.
Thank you. Now,
Now what?
It seems to me that we didn't have an appropriate goodbye in Luxor.
You're right.
When's your return flight?
Tomorrow morning.
Good.
Ryan's Hope is next. Then Dangerous Desires ignite on days. Later, Little Lies lead to Big Trouble on AMC, only on SoapNet.
Have you noticed, sir, the halo that's around my head?
I don't want to be answerable to anybody else on the face of this earth.
Ryan's Hope, next on SoapNet.
5, 6, 7, and
One Tree Hill at 5.
5, 6, 7.
The OC at 6.
5, 6, 7.
Days of Our Lives at 7.
5, 6, 7.
Try not to get lucky.
Pull it together.
Watch One Tree Hill, The OC, and Days of Our Lives at
5, 6, 7.
You can expect more of that.
Life follows its own road.
A single rose for a single love.
And the only way to find out where it's going
Divide and conquer.
That is what this is all about.
is to come along for the ride. The Young and the Restless, tonight at 11 on SoapNet.
Kosher hot dogs only use the finest cuts of kosher beef. Not so with the other guys. That's why Hebrew National 100% kosher beef hot dogs have no artificial flavors or colors, fillers, or byproducts. They just might be the most delicious hot dogs on earth. No ifs, ands, or buts. Hebrew National 100% kosher beef hot dogs.
We answer to a higher authority.
Homeowners, want to refinance and get cash? Countrywide has a great reason to do it now. A no-cost refi. It has no points, no credit reporting fee, no processing fee, no document fee, and no third-party fees. No title or escrow fees. Absolutely no closing costs. So you wind up with a lot more cash. Call now and ask for a no-cost refi. We're America's #1 home loan lender, and no one can do what Countrywide can. Call 1-800-642-7943.
Say cheese.
You went ahead with the myelogram when I asked you not to. I told you I was terrified, but you didn't care. You're getting exactly what you deserve.
Barbara, now you listen to me.
Nurse Kogan, I'd like to
Give
speak to you
yourself
about
some time. Now, your condition will probably correct itself.
You know that's not going to happen.
Well, it might, if you give it a chance.
Well, what am I going to do with the show in the meantime? Have Maggie Blackburn rolled about the set in a wheelchair, incorporated into the story?
It could be done.
If there's one thing I know, it's soap opera. The audience would think, isn't Barbara Wilde courageous? What strength, what character? That would last about a week, then they'd get bored. If I'm lucky, sometimes someone might feel sorry for me. Well, I don't want their pity.
Listen, what else are they going to think when you've already given up, huh?
Everyone loves to see Maggie suffer against insurmountable odds, but only if they know she's going to overcome them in the end.
And you very well may.
I feel nothing in my legs. I can't move them.
I understand. Believe me, I understand. But we don't know that it's Roger's fault.
Of course you're going to side with a colleague.
No. I am not siding with anybody, but as a doctor, as Roger's medical superior, I admire and I respect his ability.
I read that article, too.
No, Barbara, I'm not talking about a newspaper article. I am talking about years of working with the man. You know, Roger placed himself in a very vulnerable position by performing emergency surgery on you.
And
he didn't stop to think of any personal risk. You needed help. He was there.
And he received a great deal of attention as well.
He didn't do it for publicity. He saved your life.
And he may have destroyed it in the process. I've always been an actress. My career's come first. I'm not defending that. It's a choice I made. I judge myself in terms of my profession. If I perform well, that's how I feel about myself. I've invested 23 years of my life in one role. Sometimes I don't know where Maggie Blackburn stops and where Barbara Wilde begins. My work is my life. Dr. Coleridge has taken all that away from me. You ask me to wait, to be patient. Well, I can't. It's that simple.
You've talked about your career. What about Rogers? He's devoted his whole life to medicine.
Give me another valid reason for my condition, and I'll drop the case.
Barbara, if you will only wait and see what happens.
That's enough. Please.
Suing me. That's outrageous.
Malicious and vindictive are also appropriate.
You saved her life. How could she forget that? She ought to be grateful to you.
Apparently, Miss Wilde doesn't perceive the situation as clearly as you do.
There's no other way to see it.
I'm sorry. I tried to reason with her, but she's determined to blame it all on the myelogram.
Seneca, I've done that procedure hundreds of times. The myelogram went perfectly.
I'll try to speak to her again tomorrow. Listen, if you feel the need to talk to anybody, please stop by.
Thank you.
You again?
It's my responsibility as a journalist.
Please. I am not in any mood to listen to any more of your lectures about the free press. Now, you ought to stay away from Miss Wilde. Do you understand? The next time I catch you pulling one of your stunts, I'll take you down to security myself. Get out of that uniform, leave the hospital immediately.
We'd be great together on a camping trip. Oh, I feel so horrible. How can she do this to you?
Well, Miss Wilde is taking her screen image as the tragic heroine a bit too seriously.
It's just not fair.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, now, see, I do that same thing.
What?
Pretend that nothing bothers me. By the time I ran away from home, I had it mastered.
Does it still work?
Usually, if people don't know me any better. You can trust me.
As a reporter?
No, as a friend. I want to know what happened. You want to go for a drink?
I'd love to.
Great. Are you scared?
Yeah. The idea of my entire career in the hands of that woman.
Nick let me in. I figured his crap game was probably over, so I drove by and saw a light on.
What can I help you with, Joey?
Actually, I need to talk to Nick. One of the men I was considering hiring for the crew gave Nick as a reference. I just wanted to double check.
Never trust anyone, even those closest to you. Joey?
No, thank you.
Where's Nick now?
I was wondering that myself. He said he was going to be back in 10 minutes. That was half an hour ago. He looked a little edgy. I think maybe he lost a lot tonight.
Is something wrong?
No, I'm just a little tired, that's all.
Well,
I just be getting home.
Well, then make certain you get some rest.
Yeah, I'd like to, but I have another appointment tonight.
At this hour?
Well, it isn't exactly business.
That pleases me to know that you've gotten over Siobhan so quickly.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, she and the Ryans don't exist.
A very short time ago, I never would have expected to hear you say that.
Well, I made a mistake, Alexei. I lost sight of my real family. But it's all in the past now. I want to move on with my life. And the center of my life is the organization, and not Siobhan Ryan.
Have a nice time tonight.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Joey. Just 1 minute.
Will love conquer all? Or are the residents of Salem destined to be miserable? Find out who's pursuing who and who's left brokenhearted. Days of Our Lives, tonight at 7 on SoapNet.